Good morning, everybody. It is Friday the 22nd of May, and I'm running off to town to do something I haven't done in months, thanks to the CV-19 thing. It is raining again today. It is a balmy 42 degrees, very overcast, so I don't know that we're going to get very much done outside today, but we're going to give it a whirl. So anyway, stay tuned and thank you for watching. They had to put that sign up because some natter decided to pull a Dukes of Hazzard and try jumping across Rock Creek Canyon. That didn't work out so well for him. The canyons around this part of the state can be an absolute nightmare to navigate. I knew a fellow and his wife that had a daughter that got injured in an ATV incident. They gave the hospital or the ambulance crews the address as to where to go to get to the accident, but when they tried to give them directions on how to get to the site, they were told they already knew how to do it and they could deal with it. Well, they ended up on the wrong side of the canyon and couldn't figure out how to get across. So yeah, here we're coming up to another couple of turns that we've got to take because we're up against Rock Creek Canyon again. And this is between my hometown of Kimberly and Twin Falls, Idaho. There's a nice Alice sitting there. A couple of nice pieces of older equipment that does the job. Few nice homes along the way here. That big eyesore over yonder is the Chobani yogurt plant. Yeah, you can see that dang thing from my house, and I don't know how many miles away I am from it. He's got a nice little Alice in there too that I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. It's a D series. Looks like it might be a 14 or 15. And here we're going around the edge of the canyon again. Yeah. Now, everybody's going to say, Rock Creek Canyon, never heard of it. You're calling it the wrong name. It's called Snake River Canyon. No, this one is just its little baby brother. Snake River Canyon is actually straight ahead a few miles that way. And yeah, it's pretty good size. In fact, the falls, the waterfalls that's down in the canyon is actually higher than the Niagara Falls is. It's just not as wide. While I'm stopped for a second, that big monstrosity over there that you can't see real well is the Amalgamated Sugar Plant. That's been there for, oh, what, 100 years or so. And they're a big pile of sugar beets and whatnot. So, yeah, that's been here. It's been an important part of the economy around here for a long time. Another new addition to the area, Jayco Manufacturing. Yeah, the outfit that makes those. They have a plant here in Twin Falls. And we have a local Krone dealership. And we get up here, we are at the back end of that Chobani eyesore. I am not a fan of yogurt, and I'm definitely not a fan of the guy that owns Chobani. promised the city of Twin Falls that he was going to hire on so many people and whatever. Well, anyway, Chobani imported their employees. And let's just say the majority of the employees that they have hired are from countries that are not friendly to the United States. So, yeah, I'm not a real fan. It's one of the prettier ends of Twin Falls. We're up on the north end coming into town. The south end is very industrial, just kind of nasty, filthy, and dirty, which most industrial ends of towns are. I like coming in here. You know, their gas is usually a penny higher than the place across the street. They give you 5 cents off a gallon if you go in and you pay cash for it and don't use a debit card or credit card. Yeah, so that actually beats the neighbor's place with their 2 cents off a gallon if you use one of their little discount cards. So better deal. This is Blue Lakes Boulevard, the street everybody in the area absolutely hates. This is actually the north end of it. Yeah, during the daytime, especially between 7:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m., to be honest, this road is an absolute nightmare to travel on. People diving in and out and across, and it was a year ago, had some guy tried to commit suicide by flying across this traffic doing 70 miles an hour. Yeah, this street just can be a real bugger. Anyway, the place I'm going to that I have not been for the last 3 months because they forced everybody to wear a mask and gloves and whatever because of CV-19 is right up here. We're gonna pull in and do some shopping. Yeah, baby. We're gonna go in right here. And of course, because it's raining today, I can't buy all the stuff that I want to get, because I'd have to put some big bags of dog food and whatnot in the back end of the pickup, and it would get wet before I'd get home. So anyway, this is where I'm heading today. It is still raining, and I've got over $200 worth of grub crammed into the pickup every which corner, and some even in the back that won't get hurt with the rain. Now it's back out to the farm, get a little grub, put away some grub, feed the critters, and yeah, start editing another video. Hopefully it won't be raining later, but it looks like it's supposed to rain all day. Yeah, lovely. I had somebody asking the other day about why we don't do a little more farming out at the farm. Well, we're kind of taking a year off. What I have discovered is we need a lot of infrastructure work, and if I'm busy doing other things that take a rather large amount of my time, I don't have time to get them done. So that was like this year. We were going to get the creek finished so we could guarantee water getting into the pond and staying in the pond. Going to install some sprinkler systems around the place this year. Going to get that done yet this year. That will free up a bunch of my time, because all I have to do is set a timer and walk away and leave it. I'm also ordering today a piece of punched steel sheeting to put in up at the head gate there, where we divert the water for Nelson Creek, in an attempt to keep the weeds and trash from plugging up that gate. What happens is that is a 10-inch gate on that thing, meaning it's a 10-inch hole for a 10-inch pipe. Well, for the amount of water that I'm allowed to have down at the farm there at the house, I only open up that gate about that far. Well, that much of an opening is really super easy to plug. So that's why I need to put a screen in there to keep the stuff from plugging that. So that's part of the infrastructure stuff that needs to get fixed up and done. Another one, as I mentioned in the last video, is the old outhouse. When it's just the guys getting together, that thing is more than adequate for restroom facilities. Most of the guys don't mind, they think it's a hoot. Now, if I was to do a big show with the flea market and vendors for food and all that, then yeah, we would bring in a actual portable toilet system. One or two little blue rooms, as we call them around here, because they are blue from one company. The one I have been using is gray. Like the company a lot better, but anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, those silly things run anywhere from $80 to $100, depending on the style and size, per show each. And if I don't have to spend that and we can use the old outhouse, it's exactly what I'm going to do. I got something on my glass. Anyway, that said, again, there's that term. Anyway, yeah, the infrastructure, that's what we got to get done this year on the farm, and this rain is just absolutely wreaking havoc with that. We got different garden areas this year. We're going to put up some fencing this year. I've got to bury a 6-inch pipe down underneath the field entrance, where it's actually on the field side, for what we call gated pipe. A pipe is just that, but it has these little plastic things that yay tall, not yay wide, that slide in an opening, and the more you slide them open, the more water comes out. So yeah, I've got to get that pipe done. That way we can drive out into the field and still irrigate the field. So fix the barn doors, paint the barn, you name it. I got a million projects I got to do this year. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this year off. And CV19 was really helpful from the standpoint of me not getting pushed to do stuff. Oh, hey, fun, the power is out. We like this story. Well, I'm gonna go. I did my stop, nobody else went, so yeah, the traffic lights aren't working. How about that? Well, somebody has slid off the road, hit a power pole somewhere, or a tree limb is broke, dropped on a power line, shorted out something. Anyway, but yeah, everything is dark on the north end of town. So onwards we go. But anyway, yeah, to get back to the story, the infrastructure is what we got to get done on the farm this year. The front porch on the old house is about ready to fall off, so that needs to be repaired. I don't know that I'm going to get 100% on that one this year. Could use a new roof on the house. Definitely need a new roof on the garage. We have toyed with the idea of turning the garage, or half of it, into a workshop with benches and whatnot. But in order to do that, we need to square up the building. Every time the wind blows, we can tell which way the wind is blowing from, because the garage kind of leans to the other side. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you can actually see it, it tilts. So yeah, that needs to get fixed. So a lot of things we need to do. Of course, that's what happens when you have a 100-some-year-old farm. The garage isn't 100 years old. It was built in the mid-50s. So hey, I've got all but 2 tractors older than that garage. Oh, the life of a vintage farmer. Anyway, enough of my rambling and carrying on. We're wandering through the wonderful city of Kimberly. It looks like their power is on for the most part. Things are saying open. Yeah. Ew, there's the nasty gas station. I tell you what, this station over here on the left, well, there are some nasty people working in there. They have an attitude like you won't believe. I won't name names of them. Yeah. Anyway. So, if you happen to think of it, give these videos a thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you prefer. Don't forget to click on the little, right down there, the little red subscribe thingy. Click the little bell icon right next to it. When it comes up, gives you 3 choices. Click on all, if you would, so you can get notified every time there's a new video out. And, yeah. On another wet, rainy, cold, miserable spring day that should be a nice spring day and warm, I'm Farmer Dave. Thanks for watching.